Hey, how's it going, everybody? JJ Starwind is here, and welcome to another Starwind Corner episode, episode 82. Now, this episode, try not to make it super long, but I meant to talk about this presentation by France 24 News came out 2 weeks ago, focusing on the country of South Korea. And just yesterday, I happened to catch another video in relation to this, talking about the gender imbalance of the population in South Korea in particular. And so it kind of correlates. So I will make sure in the description box that you will get a chance, the viewers, see both videos. The documentary from France 24 and the presentation done by Arirang News in Korea. So basically, we got the monkey or save yourself black man, right? Floating around the internet over the past, I'd say about 15 years, give or take, maybe a little longer. But now it seems like it's not just American men leaving overseas to do what they have to find their significant other. There's other countries as well, notably South Korea. And I believe in France 24's presentation, they talked about this very extensively, along with the other video that I'm going to post. They talked about how basically every 1 out of 10 people in South Korea is now with the international spouse, meaning they're from a different country altogether. And about 16,000 men in South Korea marry someone of another country. And they say a third of those men end up getting wives from Vietnam. You'll probably wonder, why Vietnam in particular? Well, it was said they used to go to China. South Korean men, if they wanted a wife from a different country, China was the top spot for a while before they too started having more and more glaring issues with their mating market, especially with the imbalance that they have as well. Just like it was noted in the Arirang News report that there's more younger men than there are women in the country, and because of that, it's more difficult for them to find spouses within the same country. So what that means is a lot of these guys, they got to go abroad in order to find their significant other. So in China, that's a glaring problem because if I'm not mistaken, China and India, there's way more men than women. And South Korea, it was noted between 1986 through about 1998, you had a gender ratio of 116 males being born compared to 100 females being born. So there was a significant imbalance. So there's more boys being born than girls. It wasn't until about 1999 that the trend started to get back to even again. So normally it's 105 males born out of 100 girls. But of course, over time, women outlive men, right? So because men take on more dangerous jobs, they live more dangerous lifestyles. So a lot of them end up dying young, or they die at middle age, So women, they can live to be like 70, 80, 90 years old without very little issues, right? Compared to men. So over time, you're going to have more women than men. So that's typically how it is in most countries, except for your Chinas and Indias. And South Korea is a little more even, but amongst that demographic, the millennials, it's definitely harder for a guy to find a significant other. So the France 24 documentary, they focus on a marriage agency in Vietnam. Well, it's a South Korean owned agency, and they help South Korean men choose wives in Vietnam, notably the city of Haiphong. And I believe it's the third largest city in that country. So in there, you're going to clearly see all these Vietnamese women like clogged in a room, and they're just waiting to get interviewed by this one guy that's like a 40-year-old dude, and he's picking and choosing these ladies very carefully and methodically. And as you can tell, he did not want single moms whatsoever. If he was a single mom, he wasn't going to get a ring on it. So the guy ended up choosing a woman 10 years younger than him, and he had 1 day to pick a girl, just 1 day. All right, that's what's crazy about this. 1 day to pick his girl, and he eventually picked one, and it was somebody 10 years younger than him, and they got married like literally the next day. And he paid about, I think they said 7,000 euros. He paid 7,000 euros to marry this girl, this 30-year-old woman from Vietnam. And only the wife's family was in attendance because obviously the guy was there by himself. But he was still willing to pay the necessary fee to marry this girl and take her back to South Korea. So yeah, it's not just American men flocking to all these different places. Thankfully, because of South Korea's culture with the movie industry as well as the music industry, it was seen that South Korean men are taking advantage of this, and they're going to other countries and they're able to find women that would like to be with them. But of course, they also highlighted once they bring the women back to South Korea, things aren't as lovely or as rosy as they try to paint them out to be. Life is tough up there because of the work nature of the Koreans. So it has to be a hard adjustment for the foreign woman to get accustomed to if she wants to make that marriage successful. So I'll have both videos in the description box. I didn't want to make this presentation too long. So tell me what you guys think about that once you see these documentaries. Be sure to check that out. And you guys let me know what you think. And I'll be back for more episodes. So until then, this is JJ Starwind. I'll see you all next time.